between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he's going to run it back. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads it left. That ball came out a little late, and it was almost picked off.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. The snap sets up the throw. Got it in the middle, it's Scatterbo.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll try to get it through the air. Makes his connection. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab on the shuffle. Just ran over it. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry up. They want to just keep throwing it. Finds his man down the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Feeling some heat. Dances away to buy time. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
And man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away when you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving. Make sure you got that thing locked up.
He's loose. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown Dogs! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to pass on second down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-starting. They'll try to get the first through the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Got it past the marker. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The Sun Devils moving quickly to the line. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. And the Sun Devils will punt it away on fourth down. We've got a timeout from the kicking team. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. The completion well past the sticks. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. After the misconnection, it's second down. They'll put the tight end in motion. He wants to throw it again. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Motion from the offense. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the right. He's got it. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Sun Devils headed quickly to the line. He's looking to throw it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And man, that's the second fumble of the game. That's day one. Like, we go over this, cover each point of the football, tuck it away, don't reach it out from your body. So frustrating for a coach. You draw up all these scripts and all these plays, and the first thing you do the first 2 drives is cough the football out.
Quarterback checking off. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Back to pass, it's back. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. And the defense, with help from the officials, will push this offense back. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the right. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Right back to the well. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Trying play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete downfield. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Using his feet to buy time. Going to try to get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, they had nowhere to go.
They had nowhere to go. But those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by. And you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole, then maybe he can make a move. So the offensive line needs to do a better job.
This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 fourth-down attempts, they'll try it again. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Getting some heat. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. And now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Pick up of 5, it'll be 3rd down and 5. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Back to throw, it's Beck. He's going for a big play downfield. Finds a man on the left. Running toward the tape. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Man, how hard is it to defend? You have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver. You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to...
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Bringing it back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Quarterback will audible. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he makes the grab at the 20. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Georgia 14, Arizona State 0.
The Sun Devils will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They want to run it left here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Moves away as he feels pressure. He turns this into a nice game and gets down to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Looking for a crease. It's Frazier.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to pass. It's back. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Off play action. The comeback on target. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 14, Arizona State 0.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Defense playing a bail technique. Right down the middle. He's got it. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
At the 23, brings up second down.
On second down, just keeps firing. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a first and goal from the 5.
First and goal. Arizona State.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
Arizona State.
Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Trailing by a touchdown here in the 4th, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for room. It's ETN. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The back goes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Takes the easy completion. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. But we're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Movement here from the tight end. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Off he goes. Touchdown, Georgia. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Defense dropping into soft coverage. They'll start this drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. On second down, they'll take to the air. This time on target. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to throw on first down. Got rid of it just in time. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Offense at an empty set. Looking to throw on second down. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Quarterback extends the play. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
First and goal, Arizona State.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. At the 45, on his way. They get the...
The running back.
With 7 seconds left on the clock. Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. This is not your run-of-the-mill regular season game. Instead, it is a top 10 clash, one team hoping to make a giant statement. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bolden. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. On first down, here comes this offense. Corners are going to bail. They go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide out in motion. They'll go to the ground. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Back to throw, it's Ewers. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Hand off from the shotgun. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push and just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete on third down.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Going for the big play. It's complete. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Longhorns! Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking for a productive play on first down. The run to the left. Thrust that arm out. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The give. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw, it's back. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming downhill. It came wide open, and he comes to the quarterback and gets the sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. first down here for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Really nice run there. No, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're scoreless.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Miller with the ball. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
To the air, it's Milroe. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on fourth. They'll try to pick up the first. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Etienne. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. Throws to the tight end. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
This is a third and long. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Makes the grab on the left. He goes out of bounds after a huge pickup, and he's still short of the line to gain. It'll be fourth down.
Coming up, fourth down.
I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. Try to get it on the ground. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it second and 10. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Pressure coming. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
On third down, he drops to throw. Finds his man. It's Henderson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And they're going to try to convert on fourth down. 1 for 2 so far today. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
One of the things I love about bootlegs as a former quarterback is it's sort of a run-pass option yourself, right? You're given the choice and the freedom out in space to just do what the defense is not ready for. And that time, everybody covered in the back end, but no one there accounting for the quarterback. So go get as many yards as you can. Nice job.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Motion from the offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Beck. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
And he breaks into the open. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown tie.
Well, he's a matchup nightmare because of his size and his speed. It's so difficult for defenses to defend this guy. And nice job there working the post route. Really accurate throw, and it ends up being a touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia.
Ball in the air, intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 30, the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
They'll give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's going to be interesting to see how the defense is going to try to defend these jet sweeps moving forward. They have got to have bodies in the perimeter of the field with their eyes looking at these receivers in motion because they can hand it off to them at any time.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw, it's back. They get to him as he throws. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Dogs. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays.
21, Georgia, 7. Number 91, set to kick it off.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Set to kick off.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. And that pass picked off. Looking for more room. The 30. And they'll drag him down after a good return.
Alabama.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Back to throw. It's Milroe. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass call is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He caught it! Bounding over the top. Touchdown, Alabama! And the stomping has commenced.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. They're lining up to boot it away. Coming out with it, it's Etienne. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Scanning the field, it's back. Fires to the wideout. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game tonight.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
Nice job on the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
He wants to pass it on second down. They're trying to get to it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
And they fail to hook up on third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Unleashes one deep. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Offense gets set for second down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Fast motion from the offense. To throw, it's back. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. He's looking to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Humphries. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Timeout call by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw. It's back. Throws to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Touchdown time! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Here's the snap. They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That keeps the score Alabama 41, Georgia 7.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Line gets set, 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got his man to the left. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Dropping back, it's back. He wants it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here lately.
They get him down after he makes the catch. Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face. Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one. Both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Fair catch called for and made. First down for the offense. They'll run it. At the 35, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Unloads to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. And he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
He's looking deep, and he's got it at the 25.
This quarterback was licking his chops coming into this game. He told us this week he felt like there were some matchups that he could take advantage of against this defense, and he wasted no time. Opening drive of the game, finds the matchup he likes, and that was an absolute dime.
Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
Gain of 2. Brings up second and goal.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He makes a grab into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State.
Boise State.
You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Etienne. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And the Broncos are threatening on 1st and goal. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away.
Set to kick it away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down here for the offense. Quarterback will audible. He'll start this drive firing. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end.
Boise State 14, Georgia 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Open runway ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He's got his man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
Georgia, 0.
Just about set to kick it away.
Set to advance on the football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab down the left side. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything they're playing.
And the pass is intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Frazier.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air, it's back. Showing the arm strength to the left. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't big.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
But with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Trying to find his man on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it. And he will score! Touchdown, Georgia!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. He's open on the right. Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Boise State. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Quarterback checking the play. To the air, it's back. Trying to get to him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Running back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to start this drive with a pass. pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. After the misfire now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play of the half. These corners going to give them some space. Going to run it. It's Genty. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Boise State 28, Georgia 14.
Just about set for the 2nd half kickoff. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line.
1st and 10.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think we've entered here this defense. You have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Got it behind the line. It's Levin. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Throwing right. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. He hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Georgia.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. Touchdown, Dogs! And the comeback is on.
And these are the plays that you look back on tape, and everybody's like, nice work, nice toughness, QB. Just stand in there, know you're going to get blasted, hold on to the ball until the guy comes open, feed him, and get the 6.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They'll throw it on first down. Skips away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish.
And the ball is picked off. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33.
Well, the defense was able to get to the QB, and I think that's what really creates the interception. Because of the pressure and because of the hit on the quarterback, it affected the velocity, it affected the accuracy of the throw. The defense comes away with a huge takeaway.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. Off-play action on first down. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing. They're going to get him for grounding. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Corner's going to give them room. Dialing up a second down pass play. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Broncos. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a second.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
This offense has a second down play. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Throws to the wideout. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defense denying a big play as we played 3 quarters.
Boise State, 35. Georgia, 21.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Safe completion on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He fires one deep down the right side. And he intercepts it. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Pulls his way forward.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Breaks the tackle. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Broncos! These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And the extra point is good.
42, Georgia, 21.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bell. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this
Lofts one deep down the right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Looking to throw, it's back. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built a lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He can throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, but now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like that.
Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. Coaches like to say no game is more important than any other. But when you have a couple of top 10 teams ready to square off, yeah, that one carries a little more weight. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Offense set on first down. A quick pass to the left. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Offense working from the pistol. Wide out in motion. Leaves it with the running back. The Longhorns pick up the first down.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
After the incompletion, it's second down. Gets it out fast. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Longhorns are on the move. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the middle. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds his tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas. They'll line up to go for two. To the air, it's Manning. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And I'm all good for this offense being aggressive. Whatever. It's the first possession. You don't get the two-point conversion. You still got a lot of time left to make up for it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. To the air on first down. What a snag by the defense. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Texas, number 93, scores points for the defense.
Getting aggressive here and going for two. They'll go to the air. Quarterback moving. Fires to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
No good. That keeps the score. Texas, 12. Georgia, 0.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. First down for this offense. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Grabbed behind the line, it's Smith. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas, 12. Georgia.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Dropping back, it's Beck. blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because God forbid you touch these guys too hard and you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit, pressure on the quarterback.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
That's a really nice looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The DBs will back off a bit. The play action fake. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quickly to the tight end. At the 35, he's loose. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Motion from the offense. Back to pass, it's Manning. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
These corners backing off a bit. Leaves it with the back.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Coming after it. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Looking to throw. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been bumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw, it's Beck. Sends it downfield. And the ball is intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The Longhorns want to move quickly. These corners going to give these receivers some space. On second down, he'll fire. He's going to fire deep. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns!